For the first time, the girl gives me a shy smile, and in that moment she reminds me so much of my youngest sister, Louise, that I cannot breathe. Thinking quickly, I take her hand and lead her back to the main hallway. Hurry, 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 nips at my heels like a braying hound. See that door? She nods, watching me uncertainly. Go through that door, then down the stairs. The chapel is there, and it is a most excellent hiding place. And since Delbray and his men never visit the chapel, she will be safe enough. Who is your sister?
Tilde.
Very well. I will tell Tilde where you are so she may come and get you when her work is done.
Thank you,
Odette says, then skips off down the hall. I long to escort her there myself, but I already risk being too late for what I must do. I turn back around and take the stairs two at a time. The thick wooden door on the landing has a new latch, stiff with disuse. I lift it slowly to be certain it will not creak out an alarm. As I step into the cold winter sunshine, a bitter wind whips at my hair, tearing it from the net that holds it in place. All my caution has cost me precious time, and I pray that I have not been brought up here only to see those I love slaughtered. I hurry to the crenellated wall and look down into the field below. A small party of mounted knights waits patiently, while an even smaller party confers with that braying ass, Marshal Rieux. I recognize the Duchess immediately, her dainty figure poised on her grey palfrey. She looks impossibly small, far too small to carry the fate of our kingdom on her slender shoulders. That she has managed to hold off a French invasion for this long is impressive. That she has done so in spite of being betrayed by a full half of her counselors is close to a miracle. Behind her and to the right is Ismay, sister of my heart and possibly my blood, if what the nuns at the convent told us is true. My pulse begins to race, but whether in joy that I am not too late or in panic at what I know is coming, I cannot tell. Keeping my gaze fixed on Ismay, I gather up all my fear and dread and hurl them at her like stones in a catapult. She does not so much as glance in my direction. From deep in the bowels of the castle, off toward the east, comes a faint rumble as the portcullis is raised. This time, when I cast my warning, I fling my arms out as well, as if I am shooing away a flock of ducks. I hope, pray, that some bond still exists between us that will allow her to sense me. But her eyes remain fixed on the Duchess in front of her, and I nearly scream in frustration. Flee, my mind cries. It is a trap. Then, just as I fear I must throw myself from the battlements to gain her attention, Ismay looks up. Flee, I beg, then sweep my arms out once more. It works. She looks away from me to the eastern gate, then turns to shout something to the soldier next to her, and I grow limp with relief. The small party on the field springs to life, shouting orders and calling to one another. Ismay points again, this time to the west. Good. She has seen the second arm of the trap. Now I must only hope that my warning has not come too late. Once Marshal Rieux and his men realize what is happening, they wheel their mounts around and gallop back to the city. The Duchess and her party move to fall into a new formation, but have not yet left the field. Flee! The word beats frantically against my breast, but I dare not utter it, afraid that even though I stand on this isolated tower, someone from the castle might hear. I lean forward, gripping the cold, rough stone of the battlement so hard that it bites into my gloveless fingers. The first line of d'Albray's troops rides into my sight, my half-brother Pierre in the vanguard. Then, just when I am certain it is too late, the Duchess's party splits in two, and a paltry dozen of the Duchess's men turn their mounts to meet the coming onslaught. 12 against 200. Hollow laughter at the futility of their actions escapes me, but is snatched up by the wind before anyone can hear it. As the Duchess and two others gallop away, Ismay hesitates.